So for the lying Y-rays, I like these the best with cuffs, and so if you have wrist cuffs or ankle cuffs, I find that to be by far the most comfortable, but I will show you how to do it without them. I want you to bring your bench into the middle of your rack like this and pop the seat part up for a little princess headrest, which you'll see in a second. And I want you to set the cable up just above your thighs if you're sitting down like this. And I want you to crisscross and attach right to left and left to right, and start with whatever the lightest cable option you have. You don't need a lot of weight for this. Then you're gonna lay back and you're gonna see if you put the bench in the right position. You'll know that you did because when your arms are straight, they are roughly in line with the cable here, right? If you just look at this right arm here, if I back up and I straighten my arm, I'm still a little bit too far away from the cable. I need to slide down so that at this point, my arm and the cable are making roughly a 90-degree angle, AKA they are roughly in line with the cable like this. Now from here, we have our little princess headrest here, which I find really, really comfortable. I want you to keep your palms angled in where the cable is coming from, right? Don't have your palm to the ceiling or your palm down. I want your palm facing where the cable is coming from, and then you're gonna perform a Y raise until that cable hits you in the chest. Now, I stop when these knobs touch. If you feel comfortable recrossing and bringing the hands all the way together, and you don't mind that little bit of clicking that can happen in both directions, kind of circumnavigating those knobs, that's totally fine with me. And frankly, it's gonna be a little bit better because you can get a little bit more lengthening of the delts here, which I do think feels really nice, but can be a little bit annoying when fatigue sets in. And so if you wanna just stop when those knobs touch and have that be the end of the range of motion, that's totally cool. Whew. Now, if you don't have wrist straps, I don't really love using D handles. I just feel like the range of motion is restricted so much because of the length of the strap itself. I prefer just making a slight modification and holding on to the knob with your palm up, and I'll show you what that means. And so we're gonna grab right to left, and you're gonna grab it like this, where the knob and the carabiner are coming out of the thumb and pointer side of your hand. And you're gonna do that for both sides. And I know we said we wanted the palm facing the direction that the cable's moving, but we make that sacrifice for greater range of motion here. And then you do that same motion like this. And now actually a slight advantage is you can bring the hands all the way together. I still find the cuff allows you to get into a really comfortable neutral shoulder position. So if you have the cuffs, I think that's the best way to do it. But if you don't, this is my recommendation for how to get a very, 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 very incredibly similar stimulus, basically the same exact thing, without wrist cuffs.